Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? So I was going to just start by just landing. Let yourself arrive. Hi, good morning. So as you arrive, just feel your body. I mean, I made the mistake of listening to the news before I started, so it reminded me how disconnected we can become to our bodies, to our minds, to our spirits. So today I want this to be a real practice of gratitude. So take a breath in, sigh it out, and allow yourself to arrive. Land. Land in your body. And take a moment just to notice your physical body. Feel your feet on the ground, or your legs on the ground, your butt on the ground. Feel your shoulders, maybe roll your shoulders back. Maybe wiggle your face, your jaw. Notice that you have this body. Notice how it is, and then let go what you notice. So maybe you've got a dicky shoulder or a little bit of tightness somewhere, and then just let it go. And then notice that you can notice this. So you have a body. You are not your body. You have your body. So something happened to your little finger, it will be very painful because we have a body, but it is not going to change. You still exist. Take a moment then to notice that there's part of you that's noticing it. So we have a mind, we have a brain. Thank God for it. Notice how that is today. And take a moment to find something that you appreciate about having a brain. A mind that can work things out, can solve problems, can cognitively think. I forgot to ask you to consciously think of something that you have gratitude for in terms of your physical body. It could be that you can get up and walk around, that you can see. And then bring your attention to your emotional body and just notice that. Maybe notice how it is today. Again, then letting go of that awareness and bring your attention to something that you appreciate about having an emotional body. It may be that you can feel overjoy and love when you see your kid, your mother, your sister. And then bring your attention to the fact that there is something that notices all of these. So there is something beyond, contained with, attached to, interconnected with your physical body, emotional body, mental body. And yet there is something else. And notice how that part of you is today. Notice how easy or difficult it is to connect to that part today. And so what we're going to do is we're going to play in the physical body so that we can help settle our nervous system, create health in our physical body, and then we're going to come back to sitting again at the end and start to introduce some of the ideas behind iRest because they can be very useful. And let's see how that goes. So in your own time, whenever you're ready, just come to standing. And remember, each day, as every other day, you practice in your own body. So feel it in your body. Do what feels good in your body. You don't need to be watching, looking, even following the description. So start by just moving. It's first thing in the morning. So see, what does it feel like? Where is it you're a little bit, Can you wiggle your hips? Can you wiggle your feet, your toes, your fingers, your head, your neck? If you've got music on in the background, play the music. I'll open the window and let the birds in. And take the space, take the freedom. How about doing something a little bit kind of wild today? Notice how grounded you are on your feet. Can you feel your feet at the same time as you're reaching to the sky or as you're rolling around? You're also free to do this practice lying on the ground, so rolling. If it's not for you to stand today, then you could do the entire thing lying on the ground. There'd be a challenge. How do you do a sun salutation from the ground? And then in your own time, whenever you're ready, let's meet back. Finding your feet. Meeting back, slowing down the movement and meeting back at center. And so we're looking for this balance that we can reach out and we can come back in without losing your connection to the earth. And so taking your hands to heart on an inhale. On an exhale, look to start that little containment coming inwards, feet still on the ground, so that then you can reach out. This whole question, whether we're an introvert or an extrovert, we need both. So as you're curling in and reaching out, maybe reaching up even more, maybe curling down even more. You want to put a little bit of physicality and a bite into it. Don't forget, you can come to your toes. That can be nice and challenging. Staying on your toes as you come down will keep that challenge going for you. The next time we come up, this is your last time coming up in this round, so go to whatever your limit is, wherever you want to play. Open, maybe into a back arch. And then seeing what it's like, maybe on your toes with stability, if that's possible, coming the whole way down to that squat. From the squat, coming into flat back, so that's a forward fold. Foot in the air, head and tail as far away from each other as possible. Hands on the ground or on your legs, see what it feels like. Can you do a little half banana here? So have a little walk to one side from the hips and walk to the other side. So feeling length through your waist. Stability in the lower body. Bending the knees, we're going to come to our lunges. So coming first through the squat, stepping back with your right. Here we're playing with the hips. So hinging forward, hinging back, playing. We can do a lot to settle our nervous system in this time. So keeping reasonably similar movements each morning, not exactly the same, but within a sort of a pattern can help ground you. Last time back on this side, see how far back you can go, if that's something that interests you. And then feet solidly on the ground, stepping back into forward fold, from forward fold into squat, reaching up maybe on your toes. Are you getting stronger? And back to prayer. Some days you'll feel stronger, some days you won't. Some days you'll be more stable, some days you won't. Challenge yourself in a playful way. Let's do all that on the other side. Finding your feet. Notice whether you're in neutral or not. What does neutral mean to you? Let's see. Go to propped. Remember the sergeant major? Go to collapsed. Teenager worrying about his leaving cert. Playing between propped and collapsed till you find your neutral for today. From neutral, let's see if you can get flow in it. Maybe that's possible, maybe not. Taking a breath in, hands to heart. Taking an exhale, rolling down. We're going to do 2 ups and downs. Inhaling, coming up, maybe onto your toes, maybe not. Exhaling, moving with your breath, coming down a little bit lower. Inhaling, coming up a little bit higher. Don't move with me, move with your breath, including the back arch if you like. And then coming back down into full squat. From full squat to halfway lift, foot in the air, long, long back. Exhaling, hands on the ground, we're coming into that lunge, stepping with the left leg. Playing here. From runner's lunge, back into this kind of sit on your heels type of position. Playing, easing out. It's like you're oiling these hinges. If you imagine you're a train track. Playing, you make it as difficult or as easy as you want. Next time you're back, we're going to lead off that back foot. So can you kind of sit down? Can you really feel earth it? Stepping up together through your squat, coming on up into back arch and back to prayer. Notice how your heart rate is. You want to build heat internally, so use your breath as a guide. When you're ready, we're going to go to the full sun salutation. Inhaling, finding your breath. Exhaling, we're just going to roll down once. Inhaling, reaching up into back arch with or without your toes. Exhaling, coming the whole way down. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling to squat and back into plank. Take your time, go with your breath. Stepping or jumping into plank. Notice how you are today. From here, laying your body down. So maybe 8-point pose, maybe chaturanga, lay your body down. Bringing yourself long as you come up to cobra. So it's length first, rising into cobra. Exhaling, coming back down with that collapsing nose to the ground. Here's your push-up. Push-up from the ground. Arms, engage the belly so you're not hurting your lower back. Into hare, and from hare, come to dog. First dog of the day. Play in your dog. Have you ever seen a dog staying still? Have a little wriggle. Have a little side bend. See what your body is calling for today. If you want to play with peeing dog, do that, lifting the leg. See how it is. Now, have you got stability in your mobility? The next time we come into this pose, it's going to be very still. So get your movement here. Play a little bit more. Then in your own time, in your own way. First, let your breath settle and then consciously move forward. So is it a step? Is it a jump? And finding your way through. Squat up into back arch, and from back arch, back to prayer. Letting your breath settle. We're practicing together, but we're practicing in our own bodies, so you take your time. When you're ready from this stillness, we begin again, one more round. Taking your breath in, centering. Exhaling, curling forward, so that as you inhale, you open your heart, open yourself up to whatever the world is bringing for you today, and then you close down and curl down again, protecting yourself on your way down into flat back. So from squat coming to flat back. Length, feel that power from the feet to the heels, the whole way through the top of the head. And then again, closing down into squat. From your squat, you're stepping or jumping back into plank. Power in plank, releasing the shoulders, seeing what's going on with the shoulders, the neck, long neck. And then with control and intention, bringing yourself down. Length to come to cobra, long to cobra. Exhaling back down, nose to the ground. Here's your arm strength pushing up, engaging your back, engaging your core. Back into hair, take a second in hair. From hair, tuck your toes, and with intention from your feet, lifting up from your feet into dog. And this time I invite you to stay still. Engaging the pelvic floor, so you're taking that energy from your mouth. Swallow so that you take the energy from your mouth the whole way back to your tail. Power. Slightly soft knees so your tail can go higher. And then, with control and containment, as you're ready, you step or jump forward into forward fold, from forward fold, through your squat, bringing yourself back up, into back arch, and back to prayer. Letting your breath settle. From here, coming to the ground. What way do you want to bring yourself to the ground? Can you come through squat and have a little roll back? If you do, have a little rock and roll. Either way, maybe a little happy baby. See what feels nice in your body. In your body. Nobody else's body. Then land. Land on the ground. Head, shoulders, hips, feet. Notice the difference. Notice where you're in contact with the ground and where you're not in contact with the ground. So head in contact, back of the neck, not in contact. Shoulders in contact, arch of the back, not in contact. Feet in contact. And then we're going to come to rolling bridge. So from this constructive rest position. So in constructive rest, feeling into your feet, taking from your feet, bringing yourself up. So power into the feet. Feet, thighs, pelvic floor. You're going to feel this lift through your body. Doing it a couple of times, rolling bridge. You can include your arms if you like. But the power from the feet, stay connected to the earth. Feel yourself grounded into the earth, yielding into the earth, and that power coming up through the legs, through the thighs, through the pelvic floor, through the hips, into the upper back, opening of the chest. Playing just one more of these. When you come back down, the next time, hug your knees into your chest. Are you keeping your knees power in, knees into chest? Have a little rock and roll, and then do like a moving twist. And today, let's play with a moving twist. So allowing the knees to the right as the head turns to the left. Back to center and going the other way. So maybe today they don't go the whole way to the ground if it's difficult to come off. Playing with a moving twist. So as your breath moves, you move. Seeing how that is. The next time you come to whichever side, you pause at that side, stay there for a second. Releasing the bottom leg out straight, holding, keeping the top leg bent. See how that is. Hugging both knees back into your chest, rolling over to the other side. Notice your nervous system. This is a pose we haven't done before. Can you feel your nervous system panicking about whether you're doing it right or not? Who cares? It's grand. Rolling to the other side. Bottom leg is straight, the top leg is bent and in the twist. It's a slightly stronger twist. Back to center, hugging both knees into your chest. Have a little rock and roll. And if you're coming to seated for this meditation, roll yourself around to seated. If you're staying lying on the ground, make yourself comfortable on the ground. Take a moment to become comfortable. Taking the prop that you need, the support that you need. Popping something under your knees. Popping something around your shoulders. Making something nice and comfy, making yourself that little comfortable spot. And then again, coming back to stillness. Feel the echo of the vibration through your body. So that movement that we've done, we've moved the body through all of the different planes. You've been on your belly, you've been on your back. You've got moved forward, you've moved back, you've moved from ankles and toes the whole way through to the top of your head. Feel the vibration, feel the echo of that, the resonance of that movement. And then bring your attention to your breath. And notice that your breath breathes you. There is no effort required here. In fact, know that if you were to try to stop breathing, that would actually be more difficult. I'm going to be slowly introducing more stillness and quietness into this part. So don't worry, I will tell you before I go away. So you can just relax into it. Notice that in the beginning, when there's silence, your nervous system will be a little bit jagged. So trust. Just finding your breath. If you find your mind wandering, just bring it back to your breath. And today I want to introduce a little bit of language around the inner resource. So we connected with that inner resource earlier, that sense of yourself that is beyond your physical body, your mental body, and your emotional body. And sometimes it can be difficult to access that. Sometimes the path to drama and to worry is like a motorway, but the path to stillness, the safety to knowing that you are well, can be like an overgrown path in a forest. And so we're looking to walk that path as often as possible, to clear that path as best as possible, so that you know where that path is at any point during the day. And so this morning we're going to use imagination and our memories, our imagination, to help clear that pathway. So I invite you to call to mind some time where you were feeling well, or that sense of stillness. So sometimes it might be something like lying on a beach with nothing to do and nowhere to go, where it's just like peace. For some people it might be walking through a forest. It may be looking at a newborn baby. It may be sitting on the couch being hugged by your partner. So take a moment to sort of experiment, try a few different images until you find your one. You'll know that you've got the right image because your whole body, your whole nervous system will just like drop into it. And if that's not an experience of you, then pick whatever feels nice. Use that image to really smell it, feel it. It can be real or imaginary. It can be a memory or it can be just a made-up image. But smell it. Feel the sensations on your skin. Look around and see where there is, what is there. Listen to the sounds. Make the image as living and as alive as possible, and then let the image go and go with what it feels like in your body. Go inward and sense that feeling in your body. How does it feel in your body? Where do you feel it? Finding language for how you feel that. It will become your language. It engages another part of the brain to have to and makes it more solid to actually have to language it. So if words or images come up for you, then be with them. And if you find your mind wandering, just come back. We're looking to develop this inner resource. Knowing that as we clear this pathway, it means it's available, that you can come back here at any time, day or night. And then releasing that image, releasing that sense of self, knowing that it is part of you. That is you, and therefore you have it with you all of the time. For now, simply releasing it and bringing your attention to the sounds. Maybe you're hearing the birds from me. Maybe there's sounds near you, inside your room, inside your house, on your street. Developing this tool of attention, that you can solidly choose where to place your attention. And then you can make a choice. Developing these tools that you can then use them whenever you want. And then let that go. And then finally bringing your attention to gratitude. Noticing one or two things that you're grateful for. Making one of them related to the situation that you're in now. Something about this being at home, being contained, that you're grateful for. And then in your own time, in your own way, letting that go too, and becoming ready to start your day. So move, have a little wriggle, connecting. If you rubbing your legs can be a really nice way of reconnecting with this physical body and coming back to the earth. Maybe touching the ground. Maybe having a little wriggle, depending, little turn of your head. And then we meet together, back and seated. We take our hands together. It is such a privilege to be here every morning. I really appreciate it. Om Shanti. Have a fantastic day.
You too, Laura. Thank you.
You too.
Thanks, Laura.
And just to say that there's a video, I put up a video, or I did it yesterday, so I'm putting it up in a few minutes, of a chair version of this. So if your mum or your dad, well, I can't imagine any dads, but if you've anybody that you know that you'd like to practice with in the morning that maybe can't do the full physical version of it, I put up a version that they can do in the chair. So bring them on.
Super. Thank you.
Cool. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Bye.